Things are looking a little different today on our farm, so we wanted to take you on a little tour and you can see what it looks like as a winter wonderland. I grew up in Boston, so I know what a real winter looks like, and I know that this is not it. But this is the second most snow we've gotten since we've lived here, and so we thought it was worth celebrating. I do love the snow, and one thing I love about snow in Virginia is it doesn't usually stick around long enough to have to shovel it. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this farm tour this beautiful winter day. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a like, leave us a comment. We love hearing from you. Here's what our snowstorms look like. They start with just a light sprinkling, and we think nothing's going to stick because it usually doesn't. But it just keeps on snowing and snowing and snowing, slow and steady, for about 36 hours. We did end up losing power for several hours at a time, a couple of times during the storm, but we were able to keep things going with the generator and keep things warm with the wood stove. This is the first real snowstorm that we got this year. Our first year in Virginia, it only snowed one time, and that was in March, and it was a very, very tiny amount of snow. Last year, it snowed a couple of times, and this year we've gotten 3 what I would call major snowstorms for our area. So you can see there's quite a bit of snow on the ground. Here we are approaching the garden. On the left is our asparagus, and then the rest of the rows are peppers, tomatoes, and okra, obviously RIP. Down in this area is where there are some feral cats living right on the edge of our neighbor's property. The snow allowed us to be able to track the cats back to where we believed that they were living, but we couldn't be sure until we saw those tracks.
Yeah, you can see the little toe beans.
There were a ton of other really cool animal tracks as well, including deer, rabbits, raccoons, and our favorite opossum, Cletus. So here we are back at the garden. You can see everything's blanketed under the snow there, just waiting for springtime. Now we did have some damage from the storms, including a bunch of pretty big branches coming down, and here's an example of one of those. We had a couple of trees come down, but they were within the wood line and not a problem, so we're not worried about that. But this is field 1, which was our cucumbers. These guys look so different in wintertime. This is a lilac bush and another bush that has these beautiful yellow flowers on it, and right now it has these red berries that our local birds are enjoying, so we're happy to have those as part of our winter wonderland. Our feeding station for the feral cats is right out front. We're in the process of trapping, neutering, spaying, and returning the feral colony members, and we have brought one male cat, shown here, into the house, and we're integrating him with our cats and hoping that he'll prefer the indoor life. For the other feral cats outside, we make sure that they have food and water. They have a heated shelter in our carport. And here's how it's going for the lucky guy indoors. Next up is our azalea bush, which definitely looks different in the winter time. And we'll take a quick walk down the driveway so you guys can take a look at the apiary and the pollinator garden. I'm going to go ahead and speed up the driveway walk for you because it's not super interesting, but I did want to let you know that this year we are not going to be keeping bees. And so this is the apiary, and we are working to share our beekeeping supplies with some folks in the community that are keeping bees this year. Heading up to our pollinator garden. I got a bit concerned in the fall that some of our bulbs might have fallen victim to the local squirrels or deer, but I'm really pleased to find out that the crocuses are coming up even with all this snow. I realized I forgot to show you one of my favorite things on our farm, which is this tiny little vegetable bed that we inherited when we bought the property. We even inherited that little cage that goes over the top to protect the plants from deer. Underneath there are kale and collards, turnips, and radishes that actually did survive this snowstorm. As you can see, it's definitely winter here, and we're enjoying it as much as possible. Unfortunately, it's not enough to make a snow angel. Thanks so much for joining us today here on the farm. We can't wait to see you again, and we hope you have an awesome day. Stay warm and cozy wherever you are.